Hi, I'm Jo Mulgrew and I'm part of the team here at HBXL Building Software who bring you Health and Safety Xpert. I'm going to show you in just a few minutes what Health and Safety Xpert can do for your business. We work really closely with leading health and safety consultants to bring you a system which helps you meet your obligations quickly with a minimum of fuss, and it's totally compliant with CDM 2015. The documents Health and Safety Xpert produces are suitable for residential construction, such as extensions, conversions, new build and renovation work, and it's really straightforward, as you'll see in just a moment. It takes just minutes to produce your documents. From some simple inputs into the software about the building project, such as details about the work and the key contacts on the project, it will produce a complete range of risk assessments, cost assessments, your company health and safety policy, and all the health and safety management documents you'll need to run a safe site. We've been told by our users that the quality of health and safety documentation has helped them win work at tender stage and has even been tested by HSE inspectors when the unfortunate has happened on site. We've been told that the HSE have gone away being really impressed with the building firm, happy in the knowledge that the accident was just that, an accident, and that the owner of the firm had taken all reasonable preventative action to ensure it didn't happen. That way, you're protected. And two more quick things. Have you heard about fees for intervention? If the HSE visit your site and things are less than perfect, say, for example, you didn't provide hot water for washing hands and a sink deep enough to get your elbows in, you could get a bill under fees for intervention. For every letter the HSE send you, it costs around £124. The average fine is over about £500 currently. You also get added to their enforcement database, which is searchable on the web, which is not good for your reputation if customers search for your firm. Two more good reasons to implement Health and Safety Xpert in your business ASAP. So let's have a look at Health and Safety Xpert in action. So to start creating a new Health and Safety Xpert project, we're going to press New Project. And if you've got Estimator Express from us, it's even quicker still, as you can import your Estimator Express job into Health and Safety Xpert and it will automatically author all the relevant paperwork in seconds, plus give you ready-made templates for parts of the job which you need to fill in. So we'll give the job a name and then we're going to select the type of project. So in this example, I'm going to choose renovations and alterations, assuming I'm doing a renovation job, and then I hit OK. And we're dropped into the software. Working across the screen, you'll see the different parts of the software are on tabs, so you'll never get lost. There's your project details that we've landed on. You'll see your company health and safety policy, risk assessments, cost assessments, your method statements, pre-construction information, and your health and safety plan. You've also got a range of management documents to help you throughout the project, and finally on project handover, the health and safety file. So let's get started. First we're going to enter our project reference. This will appear in our documentation, so it could be the quote number or some other unique identifier, and then quickly review the main contacts on the project. Once they're in your address book, they're there for easy future selection. So you just click the address button, the address book pops up, and then click OK. And note that all your addresses for the likes of the HSE, local authorities and environment agency are already in the address book for you. So your health and safety policy. Did you know it's the law that you must have a health and safety policy for your company? Every building firm must have a clear and simple health and safety policy in place, and those employing 5 or more employees must write it down. In Health and Safety Xpert, it's all written up for you. To edit the various sections of the policy, simply click on the edit button and you'll see the words already drafted for you. You can then review, amend as appropriate, and then click OK. And then you're ready to print your policy. So now we're going to look at our risk assessments. So we'll click on the risk assessment tab. Did you know it is a requirement by law that every employer or self-employed person must make detailed assessments of any risks arising during their construction work? If you employ 5 or more people, you must keep a record of these risk assessments by writing them down. So you'll see for this particular project type, all the risk assessments have been selected for you. So we'll open one up. We're going to click on excavations and we're going to press the edit button so that we can review it and edit it to suit. Okay, so now we've got it on screen and you can type into the boxes and make changes as you see fit. But we'll click OK and we'll review the others that are now selected on screen. If there's any that you think need to be added to the project, you can either add them from the software's significant library by pressing the add button, and you can add an alternative risk assessment from the library to your job, or if you can't see something appropriate there, which I think will be unlikely, but in the event that it is, you can press the new button and you can create your own new risk assessment using our template tools. But we're not going to add one in this example. We're now ready to hit print for our risk assessment. And now we're going to look at our cost assessments. So we'll click on the cost assessment tab. Did you know it's a requirement by law that every employer or self-employed person must make detailed assessments of any risks of substances hazardous to health arising during their building work? If you employ 5 or more people, you must keep a record of these cost assessments by writing them down. So the software has selected cost assessments for your renovation project. Let's open one up. So we'll open the cement. You'll see that they're already filled in for you by when you press edit. You can have a look and you'll see it's filled in. Then we'll quickly review the other cost assessments the software has made for you. And you can add others from our library by pressing the add button and you'll see a whole range of other cost assessments. Or you can create your own new ones by pressing add, and you have the cost assessment template to fill in. And once you've done that, you can save them to your library, but we'll just cancel that off. And now we'll print a cost assessment to have a look at it. And now we're going to have a quick look at the method statements the software produces. So we're going to click the method statement tab. Now you should know that method statements need only be completed when there are unforeseen, unplanned or specialist activities happening on site which are not covered by relevant risk assessment. So generally speaking, if your job is quite straightforward, it should be covered by the risk assessments. But as I say, if there's something unforeseen, unplanned or specialist, then you're going to need one. So the method statements are task and site specific. You therefore need to fill them in yourself with our guidance notes. Now the software does come though with 3 samples to help you fill in your own. So we'll have a quick look at one of the examples, which is the brick paving in a pedestrian area. Obviously brick paving in itself isn't super risky, but the fact that it's in a pedestrian area adds additional things to think about. So we'll have a look at this. We've got the various questions such as the introduction, description of the work, location of the work, etc. And for each of these questions there is an answer which you can fill in by pressing the edit button. And in these examples we've given you the types of wording that would be expected within the method statement. But to create your own method statement, you simply press the new button. You'll see the same questions, and then you hit the edit button and you fill in the words for each of the projects. Okay. You can save them for future projects, but remember they do need to be site specific, so do edit it appropriately when you use it in the future. And then we'll hit print. So that's our method statements done. A little known fact is that CDM applies to all businesses. That's the Construction Design Management Regulations. They apply to all businesses, no matter what size, obviously assuming they're involved with construction, and also no matter what scale of building project. All projects need a pre-construction phase health and safety plan. So we'll have a look at that now by clicking on the Pre-construction Info tab. You'll see on the screen that the pre-construction information has various sections, just like the method statement did, and there are edit buttons at the end of each of the questions where you fill in your answers. The pre-construction phase health and safety plan tends to include things like a general description of the work with key dates, clients' considerations and requirements, significant design and construction hazards, environmental restrictions and existing on-site risks, and the layout and format of the health and safety file. The current construction phase health and safety plan, the pre-construction information document, should I say, is populated with CDM 2015 requirements. You're guided how to fill it in, as we've discussed, and then you can hit print. Okay, so now we're going to look at the construction phase health and safety plan. So I'm going to click on the health and safety plan tab and the software will take me into that. A health and safety plan is required for every construction project, no matter how small. So if you're changing a boiler, refitting a kitchen, doing a porch, building an extension, doing a barn conversion, every project needs a construction phase health and safety plan, and the software will guide you through its authoring. The health and safety plan addresses specific issues of the project during construction, including things like how health and safety will be managed during construction, how information will be passed to contractors and how their activities are coordinated, contractors' risk assessments and health and safety method statements for higher hazard activities, information about welfare, common arrangements including site hoardings, emergency requirements and so on, how consultation workers will be coordinated, arrangements for monitoring compliance, etc. This is all site specific, so should be filled in for every project. So what we're going to do is next to one of the questions there, which is the description of the project, we'll hit edit, and then you can see the types of information that are going to need to be filled in. This is all site specific, so we can't fill it in for you, but you are guided how to do it. So when you've gone through all of those questions, such as description of project, management structure, management of the work, key contacts, etc., then you can hit print. Okay, so I think we'll look now at the management documents that are available within Health and Safety Xpert, which are all designed to help keep your project safe. The software comes with a ton of other documents, so we're going to go into the management documents, and you'll see we've got a big list of templates here for things like inspections and registers, reports, plans. We recommend using the site setup checklist at the start of a project, then regularly getting a competent person to inspect your site with the site inspection checklist, with bigger checks using the site audit. There are also things like accident records, toolbox talks, registers, inductions, site rules, work permits, and site rules, plus much more. Remember, your health and safety documentation is only effective if you and your staff act on it. You must follow through with any actions required and review it on a regular basis. You can print any of these out by clicking on one and pressing print. So in summary, that's how the software works. You've got all your project information in the software. You can go back over the tabs and add extra information in as appropriate or as the project changes. For example, I'm going to go back into the risk assessments now, and I'm going to open the risk assessment for excavations. I can print that, or I can open it in Microsoft Word. So we'll quickly click on Microsoft Word so you can see all the documents that the software has produced. So I'm going to go into my Word document, and as you'll see, it's now opened up. We're in our Word document. You can make any final edits if you wish within the Word document, but we recommend that you do that within the software so it's available for you for when you print it out in the future or for future projects. You can also brand up all the documents yourself. You'll see that there's a Health and Safety Xpert logo in there, but you can have your own company logo in there as well if you load it into the software. So that's how you can quickly and easily create watertight health and safety documents to ensure you're protected if the worst happens, or for if you get an unplanned HSE inspector visit. It'll also help you win work by ensuring you look better than your competitors. And in fact, many local councils and larger contractors won't accept an estimate at all unless it's accompanied with the relevant health and safety paperwork for the job. So make sure you've got the best possible chances of winning the work with comprehensive health and safety documentation. Health and Safety Xpert also helps you to justify your prices by demonstrating that you don't cut corners on safety. You can prove you're conscientious and a thorough building firm. Thanks so much for your time.